Hello and welcome back to K&M Farms. My name is Grace and we are very excited to be featuring our dams today. I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Munywa, who is the mastermind behind our dams, and he'll be giving us a tour. Hi.
Hi, Grace.
Ukwaje?
Niko poa.
Say hi to our viewers.
Hi to our viewers. My name is Joseph Munywa.
Okay, we also have a team of visitors who came to see our dams because they're intrigued with agriculture and what we do. So let me introduce them. We have our agronomist Esther Joroge, Simon Morige, who is our agronomist here at Machakos. And we also have our guest today. His name is Claude Joseph, and maybe he can also say hi to our viewers.
Yes, hi, our viewers at K&M Farms. My name is Claude Joseph. Today I decided to pay a visit at K&M Farms to come and learn more about farming, and also more about the Gabion building, and also about damming. So I've been introduced to Mr. Munywa, who is the mastermind behind this dam building, because we all know that dam building in Kenya is not an easy time, because when there's a high peak of season, the gabions can be washed away, and also the dam can be demolished. But with this, I'm not quite sure how long it has been here, but it has been one of the greatest and old dam that was constructed by Mr. Munywa. So we are going to learn a lot and get more information from the whole team, but the biggest mind behind this is Mr. Joseph. So nice meeting you, Mr. Joseph.
Nice to meet you too.
And thank you so much, Grace.
Welcome.
And Esther, and also Mr. Simon. As on the other side, we are here. They have shown us, we have learned more about agriculture, about different species of crops being grown at this farm at K&M. And now we are at where the heartbeat of Ukambani is.
Yes.
Yeah. So, Mr. Joseph.
Yeah.
How did this dam start? Because how did this idea came about to you starting this building dam at this point? And you know, the funniest thing that makes it more funny, it's at the valley. Yes.
Yes.
The idea came of building the dam here in Ukambani because of the dry season.
Dry seasons.
Lack of rain.
Yes.
Even those season of the rain, when it comes, it rains very little.
Yes.
So you can't have enough water for doing farming or just even doing other crops cultivation.
Yes.
So that's the reason why we came up with the idea of building the dam.
Yes, as always, people should say Ukambani is a dry or is a semi-arid place.
Yeah.
So you say that it's always raining in seasons.
Yeah.
And is the rain coming on the season when is there a high peak of the rain and a low peak of the rain?
No, mostly the high peak of the rain, it comes just 4 days in a year.
4 days in a year.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's incredible. So you decided to say you're building this kind of a dam.
Yeah, but for those 4 days in a year, it rains heavily.
Heavily.
So most of the water
just goes away.
Yeah.
And for you, decide to do the water catchments around here. So guys, for how long has it been here?
It has been here for now 3 years.
Now 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years old, guys, and you can see how amazing is this. And maybe he'll be giving us a tour and where he started until to where the end product is. So Mr. Munywa, are you ready for a tour?
I'm ready for a tour.
Okay, let's go and check. So Mr. Joseph, how did you decide to build the dam at this point?
Yeah, the first thing very important to look at when you're building the dam.
Yes.
Site location.
Site location.
Is there any flow of water?
Yes.
In that place you want to build the dam.
Yes.
That is the first thing you have to think in your mind.
All right.
If there is, there's enough water, can fill that dam you want to build.
Okay.
Because you can build a very big dam.
Yeah.
You have a wastage of materials, and the water catchments you are catching is a very little
water.
Yeah.
Okay. But within what I'm seeing here is a very incredible and massive one. That's even, I don't know how I can define it, but on this other end, you decided to build it in a valley.
Yeah,
You know, from the terrain that I see from the other side, I think this all water comes through this point.
yeah. As you can see,
Yes.
we have mountains.
Yes.
So all the catchment of the water of that mountain, all come here.
Mm.
This is the now seasonal. We call it when it's raining a seasonal river,
A seasonal river.
but it have a lot of water.
Yeah. I know when you are building this, there was that what you call like a fear of building and fear of the water. So what came in your mind when you said that, like, okay, let me strengthen this? How many sides? Because if you could be doing what you call like building a dam, because like most people say, I want to build a dam, and because of 1 and 2 days rain, the old dam goes away. It's being washed away. So with you, what was that fear of you that you said, say, hey, for this that I'm doing this, I fear for this?
Yeah, most of the time,
Yes.
Dam, you can't build dam in a valley.
Yes.
In the main river.
In the main, yeah.
Because water coming from the mountain have a lot of force. So you have a risk. So you before starting building that dam, you have to consider which factor makes you want to build a dam in a valley or inside a river.
Yes.
Here we have here in Ukambani you have one challenge.
Yes.
The only place you can build a dam, it's in a valley.
In a valley.
Because most of the farms have a slope like it have a mountain this side and
this side. Yeah.
So when you think you can build a dam out of the river,
yes,
you can't. That water can't get inside the dam because it's in a mountain.
It's in a mountain.
So you don't have the option.
Oh yeah.
It's just to consider my dam I'm building.
Yes.
Can it sustain the
strength of the force of the water.
Exactly.
Yes, of the flow.
Yeah.
All right, so we are here, guys, and Mr. Joseph is going to show us from the start of the breakage. So how many breakage of water do you have for it to arrive to the main dam?
I have 3 breakage.
3 breakage.
Yeah.
So you can take us to the first breakage, second breakage, to the third breakage.
Okay.
All right, let's go to the first breakage, guys. So Mr. Joseph, where are we right now?
Okay, sorry, I heard you saying this is a breaker.
Yes, I call them breakers.
In our engineer word, we call it checkers.
We call checkers.
Yeah.
Guys, that's why I'm telling you, we are here to learn and not to laugh, but we are here to learn and also to get some more knowledge. With me, I just call it breaker because it can break. It's breaking water from going with the force. But he has told us they're called checkers.
Yeah.
All right, so Mr. Joseph, explain where are we right now?
Oh, yeah, the starting point of water flowing to our farm. Oh, this is the starting point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the flow comes from up
the mountain.
Yes.
All the way now to our dam.
Okay.
Yeah.
So heading this side, we are seeing the other something that I was calling a breaker.
Yeah.
And now it's a checker.
A checker.
So you can just explain to us what builds up a checker.
We use gabions.
Yes.
Now small debris of stones.
Yes.
The reason why I'm saying small debris of stone is because when you use a big stone, or the other word people call it hardcore.
Yes.
The bigger it is, the weaker the gabion it is.
Oh, the bigger the debris?
Yeah, the weaker the gabion it is.
Come on, man. You know, now you are just confusing me. Mr. Joseph, I think the bigger the stone like this, the
weaker the gabion.
The weaker the gabion. But the smaller the stone,
the stronger the gabion.
Guys, I was also not confused with this because he told me you can call a stone, but with this, he says it's called a debris.
Yeah.
So a small stone like this is called debris.
Yeah.
But this one is a big stone like this. Yeah. So if we use more of this, it strengthens the gabion.
No, when you use small ones,
yes,
you strengthen your gabion.
But when you use big one,
when you use the bigger one,
you weaken the
gabion.
Come on, guys, for those who are willing to.
The gabion I'm using is of 1 meter by 2 meters, 1 meter height by 2 meters.
All right.
Long,
Yes.
Now, and when you use the big stone, the stone entering into that gabion will be much lesser than using the smaller stones. It have a lot of
compression.
And the what we call
the penetration of the volume of
no. The what we call inside the gabion. When you are building the gabion,
yes,
you are putting those stones in a one by one.
Okay.
But the bigger stone leaves the spaces.
Oh, okay.
So the smaller one, it will raise
the weight
of the gabion.
Oh, the weight
So
of the gabion.
yeah.
So we'll be able to check on
So
it. Yeah.
the bigger the stone, the weight is smaller.
The weight is
So when the flow of the water comes with a high speed, it can easily break those gabions.
Come on, guys. Is it physics or geography or CRI? I'm not getting this. Because Mr. Joseph tells us the bigger the stone, also the lesser the weight through this one. But the smaller the weight, the stone or the debris, the heavier the
gabion.
So, Mr. Joseph, will be able to show us how you're building this kind of gabions over here. And as you told us, which are in an engineer term, how many gabions or checkers? Sorry, guys, how many gabion or checkers can one have before reaching the main dam?
It depends with the volume of water coming from the valley.
All right. Yeah. So the higher the volume,
the more the checkers.
The more the checkers. The lesser the volume of water.
Important of the checkers. Yes. It comes with a lot of sand. And when it comes with a lot of sand, there is no sand still will penetrate slowly to the another checkers to the other checkers.
Okay.
Now, so the importance of the dam is to make sure those sand never leach to your dam.
Oh, okay. So
because when it reaches to your dam, you will be having a dam without water, but just sand.
That's sand. Guys, we are learning this because the gabions act as filters, and when they filter, they filter what we call the residue. For those who did chemistry, you understand about the residue, the solution, and the solvent of everything. But here today, we are at K&M Farms, and we are with the staffs that are going to explain to us as we are learning about this. So, so this is the checker.
Yeah, this is now the checker.
Yes.
Checker. Now this is the gabions.
This is the gabion. Oh, so the checker is there.
Yeah.
The gabion is here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So we can see it. What is the main challenge for you building a gabion? Let's not say the checker.
No. Then even when you start building the gabion, you have to look the way you are placing it.
Okay.
I told you this gabion is 2 meters by 1 meter.
2 meters by 1 meter.
Yeah.
Height.
So height is 1 meter.
Yes.
Length is 2 meters, and the wide is 1 meter.
Okay.
So when you put it like this,
yes,
still it will be weak.
Okay.
Because the force of the water, it will
push it away.
It will push away because it catching the length, of the gabion, all of it.
Okay.
But when you put it like this, it have just 1 meter.
Just 1 meter.
Then also, as you can see, this is my gabion.
Okay.
They are almost from here to there.
To the other side.
They are almost 7.
Okay.
But I have make sure it's like a 1 gabion.
It's like a 1 gabion.
So when the water comes with a very heavy volume,
yes,
it can't push it because it wants.
It's once.
Oh. Then it's still, as you can see, I'm using the coated wire to make it 1.
To seam it 1 to be 1.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is so nice. So how long can it take for one to build a checker or a gabion like this? Because maybe it can take you 10 days, 20 days, but with you, how long did it take?
With the 2 people, you can make sure every day you build 4 gabions.
4 gabions.
Yeah.
You know, guys, in these gabions, as you see, from here, let's come from here to this one over here.
It's just one gabion.
It's 1 gabion. All right. So for this, it has used like 7 of them.
Yeah, I have used several of them. As you can see, it have 2 layers.
Yes.
So I told you 1 gabion have a height of 1 meter, and as you can see, we have 2 meters.
And still you have a water catchment. Just
after this gabion,
yes,
holding the small sand come with the water.
The water, yeah.
It build what we call in Ukambani small dams.
Small dams
inside the sands.
Okay. Oh, this is so nice and impressive. Guys, we are here and this is the first checker that I was calling it a breaker. So when you build a gabion and you lay it across the flow of the water, it's called a checker.
Yeah.
That's an engineering term.
Yeah.
Here we are having with Mr. Muir, who is the mastermind behind building the dam at K&M Farms. So this was the first one. Maybe we'll be heading to the second one and then to the third one.
Yeah, the second one is big one.
It's big one. All right.
For example, this first one can hold a total of 20 tons lorry.
20 tons on sand.
In a season of last year, November, here we removed 20 tons of lorry.
So by this also, sand, instead of having only water, you also harvest sand.
Yeah, we harvest sand.
Come on, man.
Every season, when it's raining, you have to maintain those checkers.
Those checkers.
Now, by maintaining those checkers, it's removing those debris that come with water.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe trees that have been cut across.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because when it feels you are a checker, you will never have a checker now.
It will be flat and the water can go and break the dam.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go now to the second one. Okay. We are here at, is it the third one or the second one?
But the almost same as that one because we have a very small checker.
A very small checker. And I'm so surprised with this that we started with the bigger, smaller, and biggest. Instead of having the biggest, big, or biggest, bigger, and bigger. Big. I don't know if English is big, but I don't know the comparative. We say biggest, bigger, and big. But with me, I'm saying bigger, big, and biggest. So what's the mind behind this?
Topography of the ground.
Topography of the ground. Geography, I left you in high school, but now we are here learning again. Topography of the ground. What does it mean for that, for our viewers?
As you can see, in the first checker, penye maji tu ina flow.
Okay.
Hiyo valley ni smaller,
smaller,
lakini ni deeper.
Ni deeper. Okay.
So hata ukiweka a lot of gabions there, that water will flow and it will run out of the valley.
It will leave the valley away. So it will be having to break the banks.
So you have to look at the size of your valley.
Okay.
That is the one determine how the checker you want to build.
The checker you want to build. Oh.
For example, you have a smaller checker.
A smaller checker,
If this smaller checker, for example, ni build kama hii ni build the big one, hiyo maji wakati inakuja na volume, yote iwezi manage kupenetrate kwa gabion. So it will flow,
it will be up.
It will be up. So it will run out of your liver. Your valley. Now when it runs out of your liver, the sand yenye imeluka the first checker na ikaluka second checker, sasa itahudiwa na checker tatu. Italan ingie tu kwa dam.
And one thing I came to realize about this sometimes is if you build what you call like the more small checker, it increases the speed of the water also.
No, it doesn't increase. The main, this is the main one.
This is the main one,
And if you can see, it have a lot of gabions.
A lot of gabions, we can check.
So the first one, it hold that volume. It come with the impact. Pop.
Okay. The moment it hits that one, it reduces.
This is the speed of the water.
So it comes to the smaller one again.
It get to the smaller one again.
It comes to
when
the
it reach here, it first been holded here,
okay,
because it cannot overflow. Because this one is a big checker.
It's a big one.
So the flows now from here to the dam, it will be a smooth flow.
Smooth flow.
So you remove the risk of your dam collapsing.
Yes.
That is the main lesson.
Oh. Guys, this is actually, I don't know how I can regard him, but I was about to regard him as a fundi, but now he's the top engineer over here. He's the one behind this all building of the dams and also the checkers, as we have seen, because he has told us, he has explained to us from the first checker, then the second checker, until to the third checker that we are going to hear. So from here, we'll be going to see the big dam that is over there. And also we'll be having there the full staff, as we have our agronomist, engineer himself over here, and the other staffs that will be explaining to us how advantageous this dam is. But before we go there, what is that one main challenge that kept you putting this full dam together?
I don't understand the last question.
The challenge that you faced for you putting up the
I faced the challenge.
Yes.
The first challenge I faced,
yes,
when I came here, I never seen a flow of this water,
The heavy flow.
the heavy flow.
Yes.
So it is out of my imagination.
Yes.
So the first Gabion I put, I put a very small checker. And the first thing when it came, it
washed it away.
washed it away.
So the first, so this is not the first one.
Yeah.
So this is not the first point that you started building this.
Yeah, I started there.
Yes.
So when I started there, the first checker, I was just building the first checker, then a smaller checker here, then water flows.
Okay.
But the water coming all the way from this mountain,
yes,
it's a lot of water. Water. So even after that, washed away my Gabion because rain continues.
Okay.
I decided to work even with those lanes.
You're working at strains.
Yeah, strains. So I have to make sure I increase the labor. We build these checkers in another one day because of the lane coming the front. So we build that checker in the day and night.
And day and night. So that was the biggest main challenge that you faced.
So you have after finishing your dam,
yes,
you have to look at your flow of the water and the volume.
But for now, it's standing still strong.
Yeah, now where it can go.
And what is one of the main advantage of building this checker, apart from the one that you have told us, it's reducing the flow or the strength of the water, the volume of the water that goes to the dam? What's the another main advantage of having this?
As you can see,
yes,
we are standing on top of the sand.
This one?
This one.
It's pure nice sand.
This is a pure nice sand.
And very fine.
Wow. Now because we had a season of the lane,
yes,
which is ending almost this month.
All right.
I have to put people here, or like bring a tractor to clean all this checker now you are seeing.
Yes.
It's almost some 1/2 full of this sand.
1/2 full.
So I remove this sand.
Okay.
And after removing this sand, I store this sand. I sell it when it have a peak season of sand.
Come on, man, Mr. Engineer, look, this is so amazing, guys, and
So
very awesome. Yes.
Still, after doing all this, the money you used to construct that dam,
already it's coming up.
It started coming up with selling the sand.
Because at my place, we always buy sand, or we always buy what you call like sand, fine sand like this, at almost $70. So which I think over here it can be more and better. All right, guys. So we'll be heading to the main dam so that you can explain it to us, and also we'll be having the main staff that also will be giving us most of the advantages of this. Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you.
Let's go to the main dam.
Okay. Hi guys, welcome to K&M Dam. This is the main catchment water area, but we have a second catchment.
Catchment.
So we are starting here in the first dam.
Okay. So at the first dam over here, I see, mostly, now I'm getting confused sometimes, Mr. Joseph, with how you built this dam. There's certain dams that are built in a square, some are built in a rectangular way, but with this one, I see it is in an oval. What is the main reason of you building this one in an angle of this angle, like oval one?
The advantage of building this dam in an oval way, rather than making it a square.
Okay.
When you make it a square, when the water flows, goes to the main corner of the square. So that is a weak point you are putting in your dam.
Oh.
But when you build it in an oval way, the water gets inside. Then it flow rotating. Yeah. Come on. So it reduces that force of breaking your walls.
The walls. Oh, and also, guys, we are here with Madam Esther. She's a agronomist, so she'll be here telling us more about this also.
So maybe I'll just ask our engineer a question.
Yes.
What's the maintenance that you do in this dam? Also for the checkers. Like you can see the checkers, they have the Gabions beautiful wire. Sometimes it can rust. So what are the maintenance that you carry for it to be strong and also for the walls?
First I can talk about the Gabion.
Yes.
As I said for the first time, Gabion comes with 1 meters by 2 meters. There's a 2 meters by 4 meters like that.
Yes.
But even if you buy a 1 meter by 1 meter, you have to make sure all that Gabion you are putting is a 1.
It's a 1 minute.
So it's like a one stone.
Okay.
Now every rainy season, after you have to be checking your gabions. If there's a little maintenance needs, you do it faster than waiting them later to corrupt.
Okay.
The other main maintenance, removing the debris and the sands in your checkers.
Okay.
Every time season of the rain ends, make sure your checkers are clean out
clean.
of anything.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. So in terms of construction, no, I'm not good. I'm not an engineer, but I usually become a handyman mostly when it comes for construction. In this dam, is it concrete? Because there's what we call like, how do you build this dam downwards for it to hold water? You know, maybe some they dig and they leave it that way, so it comes maybe the water and the sand, water and mud. It holds the water and it consumes the water. How is it this built down, or it's just like, dug and left?
No, like here in Ukambani.
Yes.
Before starting constructing with the concrete, you have to look at that sand around that area.
Yes.
Can it hold water?
Okay.
Because most of the time, most of the people, they make one mistake.
Okay.
They come, excavate a dam, remove every sand, and you have a place to water to settle.
Yes.
But you didn't even think, is that dam I have excavated? That was of the sand allowed it. Can it hold water?
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, I understand that.
So when you see, like for example, here most of here in Ukambani,
yes,
the soil of this area, it allow the water to penetrate and they go.
Okay.
So you see, you have excavated, you have used a lot of money, but within 1 month you don't have water.
You don't have water here.
So that is the first thing I looked at. So I came up with the idea of using concrete.
So over here we have a slab down.
Over here we have just we have a slab down. The place where there is no there is no stone.
Yes.
Like this one we are.
Oh, here we are standing. It's a stone. Yeah.
So half of it is a slab.
So you want to tell me all this? If in case, I'm not saying it will happen, but if in case there's water that can move this dam, you want to tell me it can carry it like a cup? So it's like you build it like a bowl. Let's say
that's why
yes,
I discourage building a dam with a stone.
With stone,
because the stone, we have the joints of the stone, which if water gets a small weak point,
yeah,
the whole dam collapses.
Okay.
But this one, as you can see all the way loud, it's a one. You can say it's a one wall.
Come on, man.
So even if, for example, the rain being heavily, the only thing it can do is maybe
overflowing.
No, overflowing or removing the whole at once, which is impossible.
Come on. In terms of building and constructions of story buildings, we can apply it over here. They always call like the breathing place. In terms when they do what you call like building, intertwining the D12, D-what and everything. There's a place they live for a breathing, Does this have a breathing or is just all combined?
All combined. So when we put those breathing and dam,
yes,
that is the place where you are allowing water to go.
Come on, man! This is most of one of the greatest, strongest dam ever seen over here in Kenya. I can say so because which is the biggest ever volume have you ever catch over here in this one?
This one catches 3.4 cubic liters of water.
3.4.
But we have the bigger one.
The bigger one.
Yeah.
So the outlet is there. It has the inlet, which is this place from this side.
The inlet,
and then the outlet over there.
Yeah.
What kind of other as agronomist? Because when you see such kind of this, maybe you think of irrigation, you think of fish, you think of mud fish, you think of swimming. So as an agronomist, what advantage have you taken towards Mr. Munyua's advantage of building a dam over here in yes.
An agronomist,
yes.
when I see water,
yes.
I see my crops.
You see life.
Well, they'll be alive. Yeah.
Mr. Simon, when you see advantage of Mr. Munyua's work, what do you think about it?
This is where now as an agronomist,
yes, yes,
the source of the water.
Source of the water.
Source of the water.
Yes.
Where now I'm getting it to the farm.
And then the
Were
crop
it
smile.
not the idea of bringing up the dam, I couldn't have the water to irrigate my farm. Yes. Now this is my source of water.
Or in another way,
Yes.
you can't survive without a heart.
Absolutely.
So this is the heart of the farm.
Of course, this is the heartbeat of Ukambani.
Exactly.
Come on, guys. So we are here
More
and we are
specifically,
the heart of K&M.
K&M.
So without this, K&M could be struggling.
Yeah.
Let us introduce one of our greatest, Esther or Grace. We have been having Grace over here. She's managing here and having this. What do you think about it? Can't you say, hey, there's fish here? Does K&M have fish?
So we're not yet venturing into fish farming,
Yes.
but for now we are concentrating on doing herbs, fruits, and vegetables. So this is very crucial for us because it maintains our production, which later on reflects on our sales. So if we're not able, we can't do production without the water, and then now we'll not be having any sales to make. Yes.
Apart from using this water, using what you call like irrigation, because you have different kinds of irrigation, piping irrigation, and the water can irrigation. Does you still use this one as a water irrigation, water can irrigation, or just always pipe irrigation?
Mostly we do piped irrigation,
Yes.
but for our nursery,
Yes.
we usually use the water cans.
Water can.
Yes.
So this.
In another way,
Yes.
sorry, let me cut you
Yes.
short.
No, it's okay.
In another way,
Yes.
you see now companies are semi-arid areas.
Yes.
When you use fallow
Yes.
or water can irrigation,
Yes.
you are wasting water. And your water is good.
Absolutely.
You see,
Yes.
so that's why you have seen we use drip lines.
Drip lines.
The other reason, the other advantage of here, I think I can say this to the government.
Yes.
The other important of building a dam in Ukambani, because 90% of boreholes in Ukambani, they have a very little water, salty and acidic.
That's true.
For example, we have our borehole here. It have a very little water and it's mostly salty and acidic. So when you use that water without mixing, when you have a salt water, then you mix it with the fresh water, it's good for farming.
Wow.
That is the only way you can do farming with a borehole which has salt water.
Wow.
So in here in Ukambani, most of the borehole have a very little water. Now cost of constructing a borehole is very high.
It's very high.
Yeah.
So it's better you combine.
It's better, and so it's better. For example, before we start coming up with this idea of a dam, we started with a borehole. We came to realize our borehole have a very little water, can't maintain the farm, then have a high volume of salt in that water. Yeah.
Wow.
But for now, this is a fresh water.
Yes.
Fresh water.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the title of this video will be like he created his own lake.
Yeah,
So
a
this
small
is a
lake.
man-made lake.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes.
thank you so much, Mr. Joseph. Now this is, we said, this is the first water catchment. You're going to take us to the last water catchment in which we are
And
going to see
this is the inlet,
this is the inlet.
but that one does not call it outlet.
Doesn't have the other one.
In a spillway, in an engineer way,
Yes.
it is spillway.
Oh, it's spillway.
After filling the dam,
Yes.
you have to have that spillway.
Okay.
Without putting a spillway, you are risking your dam to collapse. Because when the water fill your dam, have a place to go. The rest of the water.
Wow, it's so nice and amazing. So we have learned today. Have you learned the spillway?
Yes.
What is the spillway?
It's where you allow the water to flow naturally when the dam is filled.
Oh wow. Have you learned about damming?
yes, I've learned about checkers
Yes.
and how to build them.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Oh wow. Mr. Simon, my dam is on a square way. Between the square one and the oval one, which is the best way to build a dam?
The oval way.
Why?
That one is much strong and
Yes.
has no the volume
The flow.
the flow of the weekend.
Of the water.
Yes, of the wall.
Or the wall.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is so amazing because most people can start and say, Mr. Kim, Mr. what we call it, Mr. Joseph, I've been constructing a borehole, I've been constructing what we call like a dam, And I've been using a lot of waterproof. Is waterproof used
Yeah,
over here?
very important in a concrete.
Yes.
I've told you I have used the whole of this dam.
Yes.
Is a concrete. Those 2 layers of stone you are seeing is just for the catchment of the small sand can come outside.
Yes.
So this concrete you have to use the best grade one.
Yes.
The right amount of cement and the right amount of waterproof.
Apart from the waterproof, do you have what we call, like, we should have the construction papers, the PVCs? Are they also used toward this side?
No. When you use the right with the right ratio
Yes.
of cement, sand, and ballast, now the right ratio of waterproof.
Yes.
You don't need all other things is just a wastage of money.
Waste of money. Let me give you this challenge. Is there anyone who, if in case somebody watches this video and say, I want Mr. Joseph to come and help me, or Engineer Joseph to come and help me build the dam, would you say, okay, for now, this is this? What would you be accepting? Maybe at my place there, or another place, maybe in Ukambani. Are you free to work
I'm free to assist people.
To assist people?
Yeah.
Okay. Building the
because
dams.
When you live with that knowledge yourself,
yes,
you are not as the knowledge you are given is to help the others.
Oh man, that's so nice. Guys, reach out to Mr. Joseph. He's here. He's an engineer building the dams and everything. Are you based only on dams, or maybe?
No, I build dams. I build houses.
Yes.
The whole area of construction.
But today we are at the dams.
Yeah.
We'll be showing you also some of the houses. All right. So this is the spillway, Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, this is the spillway.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what's the work of the spillway? As you say that it's so when the new water comes, it pushes the old water.
But it flow in a very lower speed.
Very low speed.
So it can't affect even the dam too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is where when the new water comes from, maybe the valley.
Yeah, it enters this dam. This dam is 6 meters deep.
6 meters deep.
Yeah.
6 meters.
So you are entering the dam, and coming out of the speedway, it doesn't have any speed.
Okay. It's have a smooth flow.
So as we go for the second dam,
yes,
you notice that I don't have many checkers.
Many checkers.
The reason why you can't let the sand enter the first dam.
Okay.
Because the sand entering the first dam is meaning you don't need that dam.
The dam, yeah.
Now water coming out of the dam,
yes,
because this is the main stream, it will come without sand.
Without sand.
Sand never entered the dam.
Oh wow! Because of the spillway. You say this is 6 feet. 6
meters, which is 18 feet deep.
18 feet down. That means like it's me and this tree, something like that.
Of us and you and another person.
So it's me on top of you.
Yeah, and the
other person.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to the second one.
Okay.
And then we see, guys, we'll be showing you as we go. Okay. Yeah. So here we have the last dam, right?
Yeah.
So you can explain to us, because I see even this is bigger, deeper, larger, and more of very, very great walls. You'll be explaining to us how everything is. And also I see the floaters. I don't know if it's the floaters or machine or everything. Maybe you use it to sail around. Maybe you can be a sailor or an explorer in terms of this dam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now this is the biggest dam now you have here.
Yes.
The reason why I built this one bigger than that one.
Yes.
Because when I'm starting building that dam, I didn't see the volume of water coming from the mountain.
Okay.
But when I realized a lot of water is flowing just away,
yes,
I decided to build a second dam. In the same valley.
In the same valley.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then the advantage of this dam now, the second one,
yes,
there is no silt here. Because the only silt that can come here is the one that's having a small elevation from the farm. That advantage of this dam,
yes,
is because the water after entering the first dam, after coming out of the spillway, it doesn't have a lot of force.
Okay.
But as you can see, we have our checker here.
Oh, there's a checker here.
Here there is a checker filled with water. Here it's almost 12 feet down, before you enter the dam. Now, as you can see, this is the concrete.
The concrete, yeah.
They are starting out of the above the concrete. Now, as you can see,
Yes.
I didn't use only the ballast, cement, and the sand,
Yes.
and the waterproof.
Yes.
All this wall have a pillars,
Have pillars. Okay.
Yeah, have pillars. Now still, after putting the pillars, we lay all the way loud. D10 allowed it,
Okay. The 10.
Yeah, we now it say D10.
No, guys.
Hiyo ni chuma, yani lazima we lay yote loud. Iko imeshikana.
We can see the camera. Yeah.
Okay.
So, guys, in terms of construction, for those who understand construction, we have different varieties of iron bars.
Yeah.
We have the 8, Y7, we have Y6, we have
Not Y6, R6.
RC. Yeah, we have R6, we have the 8, the 10, the 16, the 12, 16, 25.
Yeah.
And of course, we are here. So, which is the biggest bar you have ever used here?
I just used the D12.
The 12.
Yeah.
And in terms of walling,
Mm.
you know, we have been explaining this of how we are building the dams.
Mm.
There are those who uses dam liners.
Mm.
There are those who uses blocks. There are those who uses stones
Yeah.
to build. There are those who uses PVC, the nylon PVC. There are those who uses what we call like waterproofs. So in terms of your walling,
Yeah.
and the laying of your concrete,
Yeah.
you can explain to us how you build it is. Until now, there's no penetration of water.
Okay.
The water is stagnant, as you see.
First of all,
Yes.
you have to put, if your dam
Yes.
below doesn't have a stones, a layout of a stone,
Yes.
you make sure you have a slab.
A slab, yeah.
Slab which containing, first you lay out dam liner,
Yes.
then second you lay out the BRC,
BRC, yeah.
and that one you lay out ballast.
The
That is
ballast.
a mixture of sand, ballast, cement, and water.
and water, yeah.
But the advantage of doing that is, when you just use dam liner only,
Yes.
most of the dam liner are used in the places which there is flat, no erosion, no a lot of maintenance of the dam needed.
Yeah, and no landslides.
And no land like for here, but
Yes.
for here in Ukambani,
Yes.
most of the places have hills.
Okay.
Now, like for now,
Yes.
the dam liner. If I decide not to use the wall in, like for me concrete, I use
Yes.
dam liner here.
Yes.
The only difference is allowed 1 million,
One. Okay.
but it can't last long.
Why?
The reason why,
Yes.
for example, this dam is allowed 7.2 meters.
Yes.
So the only thing you can do, we are in the mountain, we experience one landslide in one season of the rain.
Yeah.
Assume you experience a landslide,
A landslide, yeah.
come and fill your dam. I have put it in the dam liner.
The
But the only thing you can bring to remove that sand
It's
is
excavator.
just an excavator.
Excavator, yeah.
So you go back to the shop to buy another dam liner.
So it's better to
So
use
you have to consider long term na short term.
short term, yeah.
Long term na short term. Like for now, this dam, I can give you 100 years without repair.
It will still stand.
Yeah.
Guys, we are learning.
In my walling,
Yes.
first I have pillars.
Mhm.
I have layout the 16, still all the way loud,
All the way around.
making it one.
Yes.
So that my still start here, it go all the way loud as one, connecting it to be one all the way up to the
Up to this one. Oh, so guys, let me explain to you this. What Mr. or what engineer Joseph says here is that if you want to build a dam, for you to avoid the demolition of the dam with heavy rain or with the heavy forces of the rain, you always do what we call like construct it in an oval way, and you must make sure your dam doesn't have a breather. Reason why we say the breather is the place where there's a joining where you have to leave a circle place for the joining of the bars.
Yeah.
But for this, it doesn't have what we call like the breather. The reason being it's built in an oval way where if my D16 or my D8 starts here, it will go around and come ends here. So it connects and it become one. So it's like you carrying a basin.
Yeah, it's like you carrying our
So
basin.
for example, if an excavator comes here and cut away all the sand around here, this one can be carried away.
Yeah, like a basin.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
What was the man behind this?
The might behind this is To build a dam like this, it
Mhm.
costs a lot, some money. Yeah?
Yes.
It's a long-term investment.
Yes.
Now it will be very sad.
Mhm.
Building someone dam,
Yes.
and for 3 to 4 years, it have
It's
collapsed.
a done.
It's better I leave it. I tell you, if you are not providing me this material,
It's better I leave.
Leave it. After 5 years, you are
Yes.
calling me, Mr. Munywa,
Mhm.
the dam you build for me, it collapse.
Short some you say cheap is
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, cheap is expensive.
Cheap is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for this, let's talk about the volume of the water.
Now this one have 6.7 cubic liters of water.
6.7 cubic liters of water.
Yeah.
Man, it's a lot, as you see. For those who are mathematicians, for now we can start having pen and pencils here, calculating the whole papers and the book. When we get the answer, it will be tomorrow. So water always, where we see the black part, is that the water part?
Yeah, that is the level after this dam fills.
Yes.
That is the water level.
Yes.
But I came to realize, I have a space outside the dam to store another water.
Okay.
Without going loud the dam.
The dam.
So as you can see, my speed,
Yes.
I have added another 1 feet.
Up.
That 1 feet I have added here,
Mhm.
I have added almost 3 million liters of water in this dam.
Just adding that one.
That's a small thing you are saying.
Pull up my cup for you, Mr. Joseph. This one is one of the greatest. So how do you use, or how do you pump water from this side all up the hill to the K&M farm?
From here to the tanks where we store our water, and then flow to the farm.
Yes.
It's about 750 meters.
750 meters.
Yeah. But we are using just a solar.
A solar.
Now, Ukambani, because it's a hot area,
Hot
a dry area,
Yes.
you don't have to be buying fuel every time.
Yes.
Doing a good farming,
Mhm.
when you think of doing good farming with diesel, petrol,
Yes.
you never get anything. But when you install the solar, you are okay.
So to cut the long story short, you live off grid.
Yeah.
So this is a real definition of off grid life.
Yeah.
Where we use the nature to build the nature.
Exactly.
Man, the nature is appreciating for you back,
Yeah.
because right here, guys, we've been told everything you see here, no electricity. The only electricity that is being produced here is from Mother Nature, the sun.
Yeah.
And they have maybe showed us, they'll be showing us how they hold the solar system.
Yeah.
So the water is pumped from here by the solar system,
Yeah.
all the way 750 meters to the tank,
Yeah.
and from the tank
Flow with gravity.
Flow with
Doesn't
gravity.
need now the power.
Mr. Joseph, I don't know how I just appreciate this for you.
No, as you can see,
Yes.
you ask me if that
That's
one is
a floater.
a floater or a boat. No,
Yeah.
that is a floater for the pump.
Oh.
The reason why I have put a floater for the pump,
Mhm.
in a dam you can't put a pump standing this angle,
Mhm.
because it will take much.
Yes.
So every time you will be repairing your pump. But when you put the floater, you lay your pump laying at
At the pump, at the floater. Yes.
But below the floater, do you see now?
Yes.
So it pump water
As it goes
going
down.
slowly until the
Kenyans, are you watching this? And also for our great people outside Kenya, and also international. This is one of the great projects that we are here. And of course, you are great guy Joseph. We are here, and also is Joseph. So you can just combine the minds of Josephs. So we are here, and he is very venturing us to this project of dams and irrigation at K&M Farm. And they have really taught us a lot. And I know for you who you are watching this, you have really learned a lot. Why can't you applause me? I'm waiting for those applauses. That's one of the great time having you, Mr. Joseph, which is one of the greatest thing. We have really learned what even books can't give us. But for you
have to think out of the box.
that's the good and the great term. So some last words before we conclude with the stuff. Some last words.
I can encourage people.
Yes.
Don't every time rely on the rain.
Yes.
Because this is nature.
Mhm.
Now, because here for example, here in Ukambani,
Yes.
we have a lot of runoff of water.
Yes.
Why don't you think to invest in a dam like this?
Yes.
You live your
All life.
years, in a green pasture.
Yes. But with me at K&M Farm, I'll be encouraging you also to put some fish. When I come in, I love fish.
Okay.
Yeah, we can put here mud fish.
No.
You can put here.
You have to look still for the safety
Yes.
of your neighbors.
Our neighbors, yeah.
Because now, like from where our dam is located,
Mhm.
so some meters allowed 10 meters
Oh,
from
okay.
the road.
Mhm.
Now you know there's a lot of children going back to school.
To school, yeah.
Although I have put the fence,
Mhm.
watoto ni wale wale.
Wale. Kids are kids.
Atasikia siku nyingine
Most
kuna
of
fish
boys are
hapa,
boys.
atapenya tu.
And
So avoiding that risk,
Mhm.
let me my dam be for farming.
For farming, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was just way. Does this benefit the what you call like also the neighbors?
Yeah.
Okay.
For example, like for us,
Mhm.
it's benefit. Yeah, you are feeding the neighbors.
It's cutting across.
In a dry season,
Yeah.
you are feeding the neighbors allowed up here.
Oh my God, that's so nice of K&M Farm over here in Ukambani, and for sure, as the title suggests, this is the heartbeat of Ukambani.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Joseph.
Thank you.
And maybe I should be waiting for the staff to come. Also, Esther and Grace, and also Simon to just conclude this.
Okay, thank you guys for following us from the start point of the dam entrances up to this point. To me, to the Kenyans and the fellow farmers, just to welcome you into our farm. You learn more, you get more, and more so we farm together. Thank you.
Hello, farmers. Thank you very much for having us as we are being educated by our engineer about dam construction. I also have learned something that I didn't know. I also hope that our viewers have learned something. So we are requesting you to subscribe at our YouTube channel. You comment something that you have learned today and we'll be very grateful. Follow us and also share.
Hello, fellow farmers. I hope you had quite the adventure, right from the checkers to the main dams. I hope you had something to learn. And as Mr. Munyo said, he's open to share his knowledge. So if you need any consultation with him, just leave us a comment and we'll reach out to you. Bye bye.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Madam Grace, Esther, and Mr. Simon, and to the great guy, Mr. Joseph or Engineer Joseph. I thank you for welcoming me here, for joining you, and also and M Farm. May you all be blessed. And for sure, this is the great heartbeat of Ukambani. Not only Ukambani, but the great heartbeat of Africa. We are holding here. Maybe soon we'll be doing the exports all over the world, and we'll be like K&M. Thank you so much, and be blessed all. Bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Yes.